Hi and welcome to this Autoemotional presentation for a beautiful 2013 Nissan Juke. In all honesty, we had to double check what the year of manufacture was on this car because jumping into it, it's flawless. It really is. I know we tend to say this quite a lot on Autoemotional, but in all honesty, I think we've attracted a certain caliber of seller, and this car showcases exactly that. It really, we've gone around the car and we can't fault it. We can't even find a scratch on it. It really is in absolutely stupendous condition. Gorgeous red Bordeaux metallic paintwork on the vehicle. It's a lady owner and it has comprehensive service history, and I do mean that, and we will flick through it. There's probably about 70 pages worth of bills and receipts for absolutely everything that needed doing to this vehicle, and they're all in order, something that's very rare and we really do appreciate and like to see. Really, the Nissan Juke is a bit of a deceptive car. On a photograph or when you look at the car, it seems as though it's a small vehicle. Stepping inside of it, bearing in mind I'm 6'1" 3/4", I have ample space. The high riding height as well is not Land Cruiser high, but it certainly does give you a very good perspective when you're on the road. Makes parking and maneuverability on the car so easy. And this particular vehicle, as you can see, honestly, there isn't a scratch on it. Front fog lights integrated, that's all of course from the factory. That lovely sporting grille and those bulbous front fender wings and rear arches give it a bit of a sporty look and feel as well. As you can see, the green on the tyre valve actually indicates that it's got not normal air in there, so what happens is the air pressure stays pretty level throughout the summer and winter months. Again, tyres in absolutely immaculate condition. I mean, you can't see it, but the tread looks, again, brand spanking new. Remote central locking, we'll jump in and demonstrate all of those gubbins and toys as well, but this red anodized finish really does put a bit of personality into a gorgeous bubbly little car. Of course automatic, ice cold AC on this thing as well. Actually, it's a hot day here in the gorgeous Emirate of Dubai and we had it on 1. It's just, it was too cold, to be honest, to be running around with it. Now again, as you can see, back seats tend to look as though no one's actually sat on them as well. SRS airbags not only on the front passenger dash section as well as on the driver's steering wheel, of course, but on the seats as well, so you know you're in a safe vehicle. Al Rostamani supplied third high level brake light, boasting aerial, rear wash wiper and demister on the rear glass as well. Again, even from the rear, there just isn't a scratch to mention. We will go around a vehicle, we'll pick up everything that we think is wrong with it, inquire about it from the current owner, and we'll point it out whenever we do our now rather famous videos, but there just isn't anything to mention, so you've got yourself a cracking deal here. Xtronic CVT badge just telling you the specification. Now the boot on these things are actually really good because, I mean, they come up to my thigh level here, so loading and unloading is really good. You've of course got the Juke embellished carpet, and on the inside here we have our camera equipment, but nice deep cubby hole area that can come in and out, and original tools there as well. Split folding rear seats. These are such a heaven sent when you're out and about. Again, simply just pull up that little latch, easy to do with just one hand, flick it forward, and as you can see, it can catch in and that will drop and give you good load through as well. Or if you want, again, so simple, just with one hand, pull up that little pin, and that's the 60% of the 60/40 rear seats. When these fold down, again, you have a nice big load area. You've also got the adjustable head restraints here for 3 passengers on the rear, and that front center console where the gear lever sits is actually based on a motorcycle section, so sporty little touches throughout these great little cars. The Juke, again, gorgeous rear lights on these things, and the hidden handles on the rear doors again makes for a very characterful car. And again, adjustable head rests here. Everything is so simple to do on this car, everything just with one hand. It's so cool. You can lock and unlock the car As you can see, the power windows fold. That's because I have the key on me, and pressing it will lock the car throughout, and then we can simply unlock it as well. So mirrors are tucked in, so even if you have the key in your pocket, you can actually lock and fold in the power windows as well with just a touch of the button, even on the driver's side. So really handy little convenient features that you take for granted, and some of the bigger, more luxurious vehicles don't even have these. So let's jump inside this beautiful red example of a Nissan Juke, and the key is still in my pocket, but we will simply put our foot on the brake and press the start stop button. Wing mirrors fold out automatically, and as you can see, all the lights come on and go out as they should on this car. I'm going to turn up the AC just one notch because it really is getting rather hot out there. So let's start with the obligatory wing mirrors, that being the driver's. Flick it across, that being the passengers. And again, you know, you have the auto close facility on these as well, or you can override and do it manually if you're in a tight parking space or doing a maneuver on the road and you're getting a bit too close to a car or a wall, and they really do fold in pretty much perpendicular to the body as well. Cut the power off to the rear windows in case you do have the little ones messing around, and automatic for the drivers. All electric windows work absolutely perfectly, but again, the car's just been valeted, so we don't want watermarks for the owner. Lock and unlock, central locking, as well as off the driver's door section there as well. Adjust the headlights depending on the load on the vehicle. Now you can adjust the steering wheel. There's a little catch down here, so the rake and the tilt, making it much more comfortable for you to drive as well. This is the illumination button, so as you can see, if you press it down, it will dim down and it will start all the way back up to its brightest setting as and when you come back to it. And you also have a trip computer giving you readings of what the mileage is and what the mileage left is, considering the fuel in the tank. So the car's currently sitting on just 56,000 kilometers. It really is in such good condition, and we've tanked it up just now. 612 kilometers estimated on this car. It really is a frugal engine. So we've got different sources for your audio system. Of course, you've got FM, AM, CD and auxiliary on this car as well. We never play music here in Autoemotional. We don't want to infringe anyone's copyrights, but no, it's fully working, and you can flick through the sources just there from that button, and of course go through your radio stations and your CD tracks as well, increase, decrease volume, and you've also got the hands-free facility built into the factory system there as well. Cruise control, great on these little cars. Switch it on, hit accelerate and you're off and away. Hit coast or set and it will just keep or increase, decrease your speed, and of course you hit reset and it will bring you back on in case you've touched the foot brake as well. And there's your cruise on and off button. Again, a simple stereo but a very good one from Nissan. It's got the MP3 as well as the FM, AM, CD and auxiliary as well. So you can also add all your tunes from your aux in cable. Now the pièce de résistance on this particular juice is of course the info to this climate drive mode section. So when you press climate, of course you have the orange buttons illuminate and it tells you your AC function, off, on, def, recirculating air and where you want it pointing as well. But as soon as you press D mode, you'll see that the buttons always switch to white. It's so cool. It's just a tiny little thing that we're always obsessed with on these little Jukes, but it makes such great talking point really. You've also got the normal driving, which sets all your engine and CVT and torque curve as well. Sport obviously gives you a bit more power, and it puts certain power settings with the 3 engine, CVT and climate. parameters as well. So of course, if you're driving an eco, certain things are going to be lower. If you're driving in power, example, sport and normal, and if you're driving a normal, it's all going to be set to normal. You've also got the setup, drive info, so telling you how long the car's been running for, so on and so forth, and your eco info. It's a friendly little car, and not only for its owner but for the environment as well. So keep it in normal. It's sprightly enough, and that's to do with also this fantastic gearbox. Put it in D, put your foot down, go. That's it. It's such a trouble-free vehicle. Of course, power steering, as you'd expect. Cup holders and cubby holes throughout the vehicle as well. And this red and black contrasting trim makes for a very nice setting. Now, as mentioned, not only do you have, of course, the service booklet in there and the user manual as well, but I mean, we're not going to flick through this. That's going to take an entire day to go through all of this. When I tell you every single piece of paper in here is 𝗔𝗨𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗠𝗢𝗧𝗢𝗡, and it's in perfect chronological order, and it's got dates and bills and receipts for absolutely all the work that's ever been done to the car. It really is refreshing to see when an owner takes such good care of their vehicle. So British expat lady unfortunately having to leave the country and head back to a slightly colder UK as it is at the moment, and leaving our sunny shores here in Dubai and the gorgeous Emirate. But unfortunately for her, she can't take this gorgeous little vehicle with her, so it's going to be someone else's lucky new charm. Keys in my pocket, so the car's doors won't lock anyway, but all in all, it's an absolutely fantastic, and as you can see again, flawless, not a scratch on it, 2013 Nissan Juke. And we thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this presentation by Autoemotional.